So this is Ted Hicks for Late Night Parents. This is, I guess, the after show of Shawn Armor and myself just talking, and we were talking about a plethora of topics and decided to turn on the cam again to have a quick 20-minute session. So I was telling you, if you don't ask for stuff, you're not going to receive it.
Yeah,
So
and I was saying fortune favors the bold. One of those old maxims. Yeah.
The power of the consumer.
Yeah. Especially now, where everybody is hungering for money. If you've got a couple of dollars and you want to get a better place with your landlord or move or have him lower the rent versus and keep you in there if you know.
Right.
Now's the time. Maybe you should at least risk it and ask. I don't know if I asked your boss for a raise, that this might not be the right time, but all that other stuff you might be able to get away with.
But what's the worst that can happen? The other party or participant or person says,
will decline.
No, right. I decline. I gracefully decline.
Right, but look, here's the thing about people, and I love people, but there's a lot of a rainbow of sort of tolerances, right? So some people, you go just go and ask them for a raise. It's a world of like anxiety for people to do that, and we can all get in our head about all sorts of things. And professional, like ball players, like they get the yips,
Right.
And so that's at a professional level where you can see it on television, where they just cannot find the strike zone. But in everyday average life, some people are a whole bag of yip. You know what I mean? Like, and it's hard for them to ask for their fair due. So yeah, I mean,
the only thing I'm saying
is, at the end of the day, now during this odd pandemic, I've got two philosophies going, and one is that you should risk it. For all you know, you ever see The Postman? Where the guy that everybody thought was really this. It's very similar to like Saving Private Ryan, where everybody was like, "What are you? Were you a general? Were you a cop?" Where he was like, "I was a school teacher." It's the Postman is very much like that. With the like, "Wow, you must be a general." He's like, I forgot what he was. I think he was a teacher as well. The bad guy was a school teacher who ended up like running the place. But the idea is that ask a little. Maybe the next time you be a little bolder and ask a little louder. And this is how you become a good runner, a good painter, a good whatever. Your first time isn't your best time, but if you persist, So yeah, ask for that. Like I said, maybe not a raise because people are being laid off and fired, but like ask for a reduction in rent. That's different. Ask for call up your phone carrier and tell them, "Yo, man, I really need you to lower this. Call up your credit card people. Man, you gotta work with me here, and maybe you can squeeze out a little to."
But how often
get through?
Haven't we all in the past called the credit card companies and said,
"Yeah, but back then they
would interest rate."
Well, normally they're always super high, and they would drop it a little for you. But now, I think everyone's calling, and they have to work with everybody because, look, the PR people, public relations people, whose whole job is to give you a shiny and glossy exterior, right? So Hitler could show up and be like, "I want the Jews to like me," and by the time at the end of the day, Hitler would be, his "I hate Hitler" rating among the Jewish people would be a whole lot less because that's what PR people do, right? And on the opposite end of that, there are opposition research people who are essentially PR people who will sit there and go, "What are they doing with Hitler's reputation?" "Oh, absolutely not." And then they will look up, the true nature of Hitler and tell the world this to, counteract I guess it's essentially PR is essentially propaganda, right? Essentially propaganda for this. So you could do this with every group. You could do this with the black group, PR people. Oh, what's that guy? David Duke, who ran for president. He had all this stuff about how he wasn't like that anymore. But the opposition research people like, he is still Klansman of the what is it called? The Dragons Clans guy of the Ku Klux Dragons or whatever. And so it's people who know how to kind of bring you along, whether the idea is a good idea or a bad idea. They've got this. I don't even know what you'd call it, but yeah, PR people make you like something, or if someone has done something bad, make you hate them less. You know what I mean? Okay. So it's and like I said, opposition research will do this the opposite. They'll go, oh hey, is that true? Well, let's look up him. Who did he date? What did they think about him? He go, oh, look at these high school grades. Oh, look at these junior high school. Oh, this guy he barely got a second grade. You know, they look at all that stuff that I don't want you to know, right? But on the other end, I hire somebody, a PR firm. They're like, oh, well, you know, we can mitigate this. We can fix that. Oh, you love your mom, you love your sister, and you were a cop, and you were a good cop. Oh, and you know, you got, you know, didn't get married, but you had your heart broken, so you're an everyman, heartbroken. So they'll begin writing these narratives for you, and somewhere in the middle of both these groups is where you are, right? But the thing is, early on, before you get this place, because both of these groups take a shit ton of money and connections. Mm-hmm. You are AOC, right? You are this unknown challenger, dragon slayer, and she is a dragon slayer. And like Bernie Sanders was once a dragon slayer, right? In this place, trying to deal with I guess I wouldn't call. Yeah, I guess I would call it corruption. America is not doing what it should do. So yeah, it's I don't even know, man. It's the new America.
So I like I said, I just go back to power of the consumer. When you have the power and you understand that power, that buying power.
Yeah.
It totally puts you in a different stratosphere because you're having different conversations.
True, but I think that I think it should be fair for everybody. Like, for instance, there's always a sale. Stop giving me sales. Just give me the right price of the damn thing so I can buy it and leave. You know, I don't want to save 10% hand. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. Just if you're selling it for $120 and you can sell it to me 3 months later for $90, just sell it to me for $90 in the first place. You know, because I know it's probably worth freaking $40. You know, it's just. And this is what America has become: 1,000 ways to smile on your face and lift money out your pocket when you, and then tell you, hey man, look, I'm a magnanimous motherfucker. You know what I'm gonna do for you? I'm gonna donate $100,000. Meanwhile, you took $1 billion out of the place. You know, it's just kind of like, all right, well, yeah, I guess somebody will come along and fix it. But now that nobody's working and everybody's at home, why would you restart the same system? Like, somebody should fix it. It just don't. It needs to work for the working people and not for corporations. Yeah, so we'll see what we get.
We will definitely see what we get. So what are you watching? What are you watching on TV?
Well, I just bought this iPad, and it came with a free year of Apple TV. Apple Disney, I think it is that.
Apple TV.
So I can watch the Mandalorian.
Oh, the Mandalorian. So you got
I'm gonna watch that this week.
So did it come with Apple TV and Disney?
Yes.
Oh, it came with both of them.
Yes.
Wow, that's a pretty good deal.
So
that's a pretty good deal. You got to watch The Mandalorian.
It's a 1-year deal.
You got to watch The Mandalorian. The 30-minute episodes.
That sounds good. But you know, here's the thing about the Star Wars movies. I was telling my buddy, like, we game together. We've been gaming together for about 25 years now on PC, and I was like, I played a lot of Insurgency. It's shooters, and I was like, I can't play shooters anymore. Like the last time I had to stop playing shooters when there was a rash of shootings in schools and universities. I was like, I can't. So now I'm back to playing this game called StarCraft, and I'm playing this other game called Bannerlord. But it's just, I just, there's some things that I just can't mess with anymore. And Star Wars is one of those things. Like, I loved it from the day it came out to about 2 years ago when I was just kind of like, I can't take another fucking Star Wars movie. These things need to end. They shouldn't run forever. A good thing should sunset.
You
so
love The Mandalorian.
I think I may watch The Mandalorian. I think I'm going to have to watch it. Because
episodes.
You guys have been raving about it.
8 episodes, 30-minute episodes max. There was
yeah, definitely. And I'm in tonight.
There was one episode I think was like 20 minutes. And you just sitting here like...
Are they good though? They're 20 minutes and they move?
They move. They're live.
See, that's good.
You can tell they've put a lot of money into the budget.
Really?
Yes. They put a lot of money into the budget. So if you tell...
See, that's why I couldn't get into Game of Thrones. Like, I like the action of it, but then it just kind of got soap opera and ridiculous and super violent, and everybody loved it. And I was just kind of like, this doesn't move. It's sort of... There's a lot of just kind of like thick malaise part of like emotional weight in it. Whereas, what did you turn me on to that also moved well? The Boys? The Boys with an owl, and that thing moved. It was It was funny too. Yeah. So, but it's like it can be violent, but just don't make it so morose and Shakespearean. Just hit me with the facts of it and make it fun. And
The Boys was great. I can't wait for season 2.
Yeah, that was right up my alley. A wild superhero tale that's fun and engaging.
It's just one of those
and
things.
Moved. And that thing was an hour, right?
Yeah.
An hour.
Yeah,
and
you can burn through it. Burn right through it.
Yeah, it didn't feel like an hour.
No.
The whole season seemed really short, too. It was a really good series.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Because they're only giving you about 6 or 8 episodes.
I guess that's pretty good. I always thought 13 episodes would be good. 13 is a symbolic number in America, right? 13 colonies. But some series, their first season, they get 24 episodes, and you can get lost in it.
Well,
13 episodes is solid.
Network
exactly.
TV, you get that amount. But
I think Netflix has it great. Like they give you 13 episodes, 8 to some 8,
no filler,
some about 10. Right, exactly. And generally 3 seasons. And you can tell a nice story across 3 seasons, 13 episodes, and leave it at that. Every now and then, Community was a great show. It had 4 good years. And then it just sort of tried to hang around. But it's on Netflix. I recommend all your... There are 3 similar episodes to that show. One is the paintball episode, which is just fantastic. One is the Dungeons and Dragons episode. And the last episode escapes me, but yeah, it's so ridiculously funny and satirical.
Star Trek Picard.
That's on CBS All Access.
Right. But
I haven't seen that.
CBS is free this month.
Oh, then I'm in.
CBS.
Why did they take that off of network? Look, if there's any CBS network executive who ever listened to this, shame on you for taking that off network television. That show inspired a bunch of kids to be scientists and teachers, and shame on you for putting it behind a paywall like CBS All Access. Some stuff should be on, like the Super Bowl and the World Series. Shame on them for putting what's his name on cable? The Yankees. Shame on them for taking them off of network. I know that they're not they're not America's team or anything, but they had a huge following in New York. And I remember when they did that, it ripped a whole. Everybody became Mets fans, but it's this idea of
they got
perpetual. Corporate consolidation of everything.
They got regional sports networks that they're trying to make money from.
Yeah.
I get it.
This is why they're pushing soccer now, because you greedy baseball people took essentially free baseball away from kids. All you baseball billionaires should at least be funding at least 25 little league teams to keep the love of the sport in the heart of the people, and you don't. So yeah, you should lose it to soccer, for God's sakes. Shame on all of you.
Oh my goodness. So, dude,
my God, sports are good for kids, but come on. I mean, American sports should be. We should tone down football, because I remember seeing some guys go across the middle and get their clocks cleaned.
Yeah.
Like, oh, if the football players don't care about them, then why the hell should I care about them? So they need to tone that down a bit and realize that they're not a sacred fraternity, but a cool fraternity that we all, who play football, wish we could one day get there and play in the big game and all that. But there's just so much bravado and stupidness, and I don't want to call it anger, but just kind of disrespect for all these sports that guys who play it just look at the other guys as the enemy, like it's a war and it's wrong.
Hey, the final topic I want you to speak on is we're gonna talk a little WWE, Vince McMahon. How in the world does the WWE get deemed as an essential business?
Well, that's part of the corruption, right? I mean, first of all, did those wrestlers stay together in the same house or something? Were they quarantined together? No. Now all of a sudden you're breathing heavy and rubbing up each other and throwing each other across the place. I think it's, look, people need entertainment, but at the same time, you don't need live entertainment. You can't do bands, right? Even if you want to see Yo-Yo Ma and he sat on stage by himself with his cello, you can do that. But there is entertainment. I mean, you have Netflix and Disney Plus and Hulu and any host of other streaming services, Amazon Plus. So I don't see why. I do see why. Just like the pillow guy was up there talking next to Trump. This seems like Vince McMahon is also a connected individual. So maybe he managed to make a call.
His
wife is
she was the secretary for the small business,
right? Small business, right? Exactly. So is she no longer the secretary of small business?
I don't think she is, but I could be wrong.
Here's the thing about that. He started this thing in his backyard, right? It's a quintessential American success story. He has essentially reinvigorated a sport from the 50s that had died for 30 years in his backyard. Realized he could make some money off of this, quit his gig, enlisted his wife, and grew this giant thing. So I totally see why she would be, or either one of them would be the small business administrator. Right. That to me is one of the most appropriate picks from the Republican Party in a long time. Having said that, I don't know what she's done for small businesses.
Right.
And why would wrestling be an essential small business? Do you know if she said anything about it?
No, but I know the governor of Florida is he's doing a lot of double talk because
he did what Cuomo did. Florida's gonna be where New York is in about three weeks.
I've been hearing that.
Yeah, he did what Cuomo did. He sort of Cuomo. He caught it. Let's just say he got on it late, just like Cuomo did.
He got on it late. I'm comfortable with saying Cuomo got on it late, but when he finally got on, he went full throttle.
He was fully in. Yeah, I would agree with that.
But he
Trump is still sort of hedging his bets and trying to open stuff. But yeah, once Cuomo got on board, he was fully on board. So yeah, but I don't know about the Florida uh, governor. I mean, is he fully on board now, or is he trying to cover his ass and do the same nonsense?
He's Trump Jr.
Yeah, this is gonna be bad.
Yeah, he's
These
that.
guys don't instill any confidence.
But man, I want to thank you for this quick after show.
Thank you for having me.
And
Always a pleasure.
we'll chop it up tomorrow at the happy hour.
The weekly gathering.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
I'll talk to you, my friend.
Absolutely.